What if I told you that with just a few magazine images, you could create powerful soul collage cards that uncover different parts of yourself, and you don't need to have any special talent? Soul Collage turns you into an instant artist, unlocking creativity you may have not even known was there. And this isn't about creating something impressive. It's about creating something real. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to use a handful of images, a pair of scissors, a glue stick, and a blank 5x8 card to open a doorway into yourself. And with these simple tools, you'll have the power to reveal parts of yourself you didn't even know existed. So, welcome to my channel. And this is a new channel, by the way. My name is Shireen Washington. I am a former corporate escapee turned inner peace consultant, and I help busy professional women adopt a more unrushed rhythm in life. And if you're new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. This channel is still growing, and your support would mean the absolute world to me as we create this space together. So thank you so much. So now, let's dive into the powerful transformative practice of soul collage. So to begin your soul collage journey, we'll review the materials that you'll need. And first thing you want to do is start collecting a variety of magazines, but you want to aim for ones that don't have a lot of celebrity images, like National Geographics. If you could collect those, that would be great. Think travel, nature, art, or even science magazines. Cosmopolitan's great. The goal is to find images that spark something within you, that make you pause, that draw you in without even knowing exactly why you're being drawn in. You want to avoid magazines like that have culture, celebrity gossip. They can be distracting and may not resonate quite as deeply. Next, you want to find a really sharp pair of scissors. So these are cutter bees. And trust me, it makes a big difference. You want to be able to cut precisely and smoothly so your images blend in with the card without distracting edges. Then you want to make sure you have a glue stick. You can probably get that at the dollar store these days. Something easy to work with so you can focus on image placement without worrying about mess or dried out corners. And then finally, you want to grab some 5x8 cards, and I'll put all this into the comment section. This is the perfect size card for creating soul collage images and cards themselves. You want to make sure that a size like this allows for enough room to encourage you to keep the things simple and really focused. And once you have everything ready, the next step is to select your images. So I'm going to show you all sort of an example here. All right. So when you're creating soul collage cards, you want to have all of your supplies out, right? And as a recap, a really great pair of scissors. These are cutter bees. You want to have your glue stick. You want to have some cards. You can also purchase some sleeves, right, to put your finished product in. Not 100% necessary when you're starting out. And then you want to have all of your images out. An assortment of backgrounds, an assortment of images to choose from. And with soul collage, the first thing to do is you start with choosing one image. And this is a very intuitive process, meaning you're going to look for an image that you're drawn to. Don't question necessarily why you're being drawn to that image. So let's just say I'm at my table, I have a lot of images, and for some reason, I am drawn to this image of this woman. And on the inside, I'm going to know, okay, Shireen, that's your image. Now the next thing to do is to try to find a background for this woman. Again, I'm not questioning why, but for some reason, my heart and soul is telling me that I need to do something with this image. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for different backgrounds and do what's called audition the image against the background. So let's just say I look at this background and it's kind of speaking to me. I might take this image and place it anywhere on the card. I might place this image up here because I might add images later, right? And I might think, no, that's not it. And then here's another background. And I might think, oh, I like this moon. And I like the idea of having her at the very bottom of this card with the moon behind her, right? And intuitively, because this is, again, a very intuitive process, I might think, okay, I'm complete. This is the card that I want. I don't want to add any more images. But typically with Soul Collage, usually about 2 to 4 images is what you'll add to one given card. And usually cards are complete. So what I'd like to do is share with you all 2 examples of 2 finished cards. And these happen to be 2 of my favorite cards. This is my card that I call Slowing Down. And this card consists of just 2 images. And the day that I made this card, I had no idea what I was going to do. But I found this little girl, and she was sitting on this bench. And when I looked at her, I immediately thought, wow, she looks really patient. So I'm going to cut her out. So I cut her out on the bench. And then I thought, okay, now that I have my image, I want to try to find a background that resonates with the idea of being patient and trusting. And lo and behold, I found a background with this clock. So I took the clock and I cut that out. All right. Then I pasted the background to the 5x8 card. And then I took the image of the little girl sitting on the bench and placed her dead in the middle of the clock. That felt right to me. And then I glued her. And then when I was done with this card, what this card meant to me, and this is my creation, so this was my interpretation, was that I need to trust in the slow work of God. That oftentimes, for me personally, I want things to happen right away. I can get impatient. But when I see this little girl sitting with her hands, clasped, one hand on top of the other, almost looking like nothing matters to her. And then symbolically, she's covering the clock. So you can't even see the time. She doesn't seem fazed by the fact that she can't see the time and doesn't know what the time is. And when I pull this card, because sometimes I'll just randomly pull a Soul Collage card to see what resonates with me. This card always reminds me I need to slow down and that it's not about my timing, that it's about God's timing. And I have to trust and believe that even if things are not happening as fast as I want to, I have to trust that His hand is leading me. So that's one card. Again, that's my interpretation. If somebody else makes this card, they may think of a totally different interpretation because this is revealing a part of who I am and what I need. I'll give you another example. So I often do retreats at my home for busy professional women. And one of the cards that I always have my clients create is what's called a prosperous woman card. Because sometimes, especially as a business owner, and I'm an entrepreneur, as a business owner, sometimes we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to think, I need more clients. I should be doing this. My bank account shouldn't dictate that. And so by making a prosperous card, helps to ground you and remind you that regardless of what your bank account is showing, regardless of how much time available you might have on your schedule, that money does not define me. So what I did, first thing I did was I wanted to find images of a powerful woman. Well, I found images of powerful women. And I thought, okay, I want her on this card. I want her. So I cut out the women. Then I thought, okay, let me find a background that looks as if they're walking across a platform. And then I found this, what looks like a bridge as a background. So I glued the background. Then I strategically glued these 3 women who look powerful and just bad, like nothing bothers them, and put them almost to look like they were walking across this bridge, right? And then I thought, I need one more element. And then as I was looking through my magazine, I found pictures of money in the magazine. So I cut out the dollar bills, as you see here, and I strategically glued them to give the illusion that these powerful women are actually walking on top of the money, as if to say, I don't care. And then I placed the money, some of the dollar bills, up in the air to give the illusion that they're throwing the money up. Again, the idea of money doesn't dictate me. Doesn't matter how much I have. I'm bad. I'm good at what I do, and it doesn't matter. So this is my prosperous woman card. So on days that I'm feeling like, man, I didn't get that client, right? Or I should be busier, right? Or I wish I had this in business. This card always grounds me and reminds me no matter what, I am prosperous, okay? And so I hope that this is helpful in understanding the power behind SoulCollage. A lot of people say, oh, well, that's kind of like maybe a vision board, but just on a smaller scale. And nothing against vision boards because they're really powerful. But the thing with a vision board is typically there's a lot of pre-thought into creating a vision board, and they're usually focused on a specific time frame. They're usually done like in the beginning of the year. And you are looking intentionally for images to reflect where you want to be and what you want. With SoulCollage, it's so intuitive that oftentimes you're not making a card intentionally. You're just allowing your soul to pick something. And as you're picking that image and you're picking that background and you're adding maybe 2 or 3 images on that card, when you are done, you walk away with a masterpiece that is like, wow, there's a story behind that. What is this card saying to me? Maybe I need to journal with the card. So I'd love it if you're watching this video and this resonates with you and you want to go deeper and you want to learn more about SoulCollage, because it is truly transformative. Comment for me and post a comment and let me know if you would like for me to post more content on the magic and the mystery of SoulCollage cards. Again, thank you for watching this video. Again, the channel is new. Like, subscribe, share. Would love to have you a part of this journey with me and helping you to become more unrushed. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day.